So I have a few ideas of how to make Outriders Endgame a little bit better. Hear me out, guys. Hear me out. Welcome back to the channel, guys. So let's talk about this endgame situation we got. The current endgame, all it is running expeditions as fast as you can to get the highest chance of legendary drops. I have a few, what are we calling these? Ideas. A few ideas, 6 ideas actually, that could be added into the game to make the end game a little bit more enjoyable. Okay, bear with me. Here we go. So add a few more modes. This is number 1. My point number 1. Add a few more modes to the end game. So we've got expeditions. How about we add like a survival mode? Yeah, like Call of Duty Zombies, like a horde mode. How many waves of enemies can you get through? All right, have it like if you get to wave 15, that is a gold time. If you get to level 10 to 15, that is a silver time. And if you get from level 5 to 10, that is a bronze time. That will make you build differently. Right now, building is mainly focused on building for DPS and so you damage, and pyros are the meta, and some sort of blighted or twisted round builds are the meta, right? So what if we switch that on its head and make survivability something you want to accomplish, and you can build a tank that does damage to survive longer. Think about it. A survival mode like Call of Duty Zombies would be fantastic in this game. With all the different types of enemies, you could just keep going and going and going. Right? Make a round just full of bosses that just keep coming, you know? What about an objective mode like Spec Ops, like Call of Duty? I'm pulling a lot of inspiration from Call of Duty because I played a lot of Call of Duty. Spec Ops type objective mode where you and a crew, maybe make the crews a little bit bigger, like 6 people, have to go and complete objectives on a massive map. Got to go kill A, run over to B, trigger C, chase D, you know, like something like that, where it prioritizes or can prioritize the support type character, which makes everyone better, as well as a DPS character, as well as a tanky character. So like the classes matter. So, you know, like, so it makes everything usable and there's no specific meta. That's my first tip. Tip number 2 to make things better in the end game: have Tiagos rotate legendaries on like a longer timer, right? Like a weekly or even monthly, and make it cost a shit ton of drop pods, so that you have to grind out expeditions or your survival mode or your objective mode, and then you'll have the drop pods to get a legendary that is not dropping for you. And a god roll legendary too. Make it a god roll legendary. Number 3, we should be able to re-roll the stats on the gear. Any gear other than legendary. I know that was the biggest problem when I was working through the early end game, was that I'd find gear that had good stats but not good stats for the build I was building. Being able to re-roll gear, make it expensive, so that it's almost a form of transmog. Right, you find something that looks nice and you just keep re-rolling it until it's got the stats you're looking for. That would be fantastic. Number 4, in the end game, allow us to change both mods on weapons. Even hell, let's even go legendaries, just because we like the way it looks, but we want it to have a different function. Allow us to change both mods. Even if it's something ridiculous like lock behind a wall of, once you complete Eye of the Storm, you can change both mods on your weapons and on your gear. That would be fantastic. And the second one costs a little bit more. First one is what it is. Second one costs a little bit more. Have a paywall to get into it. Not a paywall, an experience wall to get into that. But having both mods and being able to modify both mods, you will see some ridiculous builds that lean towards damage, survivability, or support. You'll see crazy builds. Number 5, how we save the endgame. world tier content at higher levels. So currently the world tier only goes to 15, and then from 15 to 50 is in the expeditions. Now, what if we could do level 50 content in the world tiers and have the ability to get the legendary drops just by playing the story? Like, some people love the story. I didn't mind it. I didn't stand the story or anything. But like, imagine like a new game plus, but like an extreme difficulty. Again, this could be coded into the game. It's not all these things that I'm mentioning aren't hard. Like, you don't need to reinvent the game. These are just giving players options. Instead of just fucking speedrunning things, right? And my last point, how about we bring in, if you get to the end game, a level that's higher than legendary that can only be obtained in the end game. So like a red level, right? So we've got the legendary, which is gold. Red might have 3 mod spots and maybe 4 stats, and look ridiculous and be super duper rare. Like maybe the old RNG drops for the just get your old RNG formula from what you were doing before and make that for the super duper rare stuff, right? That would be awesome. But those are just some of my points, guys. I think the end game, for most people that have been playing this game for a long time, the end game gets a little bit boring. I'm not there yet because I don't have as many hours as some of you have out there. How many hours do you have in this game? Comment below, let me know. How many hours do you have playing Outriders? I'll put mine down there too. But yeah, that's it, guys. What do you think? Is there anything else that you think you could add that would make the end game better? These are just my thoughts. Take it with a grain of salt. I'm an idiot. This is what I think would make the game a little bit better. But that's all I got time for today, guys. Thank you for tuning in. If you liked the video, make sure you hit that like button and smash that bell icon to stay up to date. I will catch you on the next Outriders video. Peace.